Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're here with the Pixel 2, and we're going to do a deep dive run through of all the settings in the Settings app. So we'll start off from the top here, network and internet. Pretty much all the stuff that you would expect to see here. You got your Wi-Fi, mobile network, you can check your data usage, hotspot and tethering, VPN and airplane mode. Next, we've got connected devices. So here's where you can see what Bluetooth devices are connected and what you have connected to. You got Google Cast settings, NFC, Android Beam, USB if that was connecting, and printing. Next, we've got apps and notifications. Right at the top, it's going to show you recently opened apps, which is kind of nice. And then you can jump in to see all the apps right here. And of course, you can tap on any app and see all the information about that app and customize settings and storage and stuff like that. Also on this page, we've got notifications. So here's where you can fine tune how apps show notifications. We've got app permissions. All the permissions that all your apps have, just go into one of these and you can see what apps have access to that permission. Then we've got some advanced setting here for default apps. So here's where you can customize like what opens when you tap a link, what opens when you tap an SMS message, some things like that. Emergency broadcast and special app access. Next, we got some battery settings. So right on the top here, we're going to see what our battery percentage is and what's left. And then we've got a nice reminder here that says this app is actually using more battery. So if I tap that, I can turn off the location access for that app, which was draining my battery. Last full charge, screen usage since last full charge. You can adjust the battery saver here, show battery percentage in the status bar, turn on adaptive brightness, how long it's going to take for the screen to turn off when you're not using it, ambient display, and then here's we got app usage, so what apps are using up the most battery. Display is next. You've got the brightness level, night light, which turns the screen and eliminates the blue light at a certain time. You can have a schedule set, or you can just use sunset and sunrise. We've got status, so you can turn it on right now if you want and adjust the intensity of when it does turn on. Adaptive brightness, which is going to optimize the brightness level for your situation. Wallpaper, if you want to change that from here. And then we've got advanced, auto rotate screen, vivid colors, font size, display size, screensaver. Ambient display is what shows the time when the display is off. And then we've got some VR settings as well. Next, we'll go into sound. So we've got all the volume levels for media, alarm, ring, vibrate for calls. You got your do not disturb preferences right here. Phone ringtone. In advanced, we've got default notification sound and default alarm sound. And then you can adjust if you want to hear sounds for things like the dial pad, screen locking, and etc. Emergency broadcast, and then now playing, which is what's going to show songs that it detects in the background. It'll show those on your lock screen automatically. Storage, here you can see how much storage is being used. Smart storage here, which will remove backup photos and videos that are over 60 days old. Here you can see exactly what things are using up space. So I've got apps and system and movies showing up space on my phone right now. Or you can tap free up space if you want to get rid of some stuff. Security and location. So you've got Google Play Protect. You got Find My Device, which should be on. You can see what was the last security update your phone got. Here you can adjust the screen lock. So I have mine set to pattern. You can have some lock screen preferences, like what notification stuff will show on the lock screen. Can you add users from the lock screen? Now playing, which I already went over. Pixel imprint is your fingerprint, so you can add your fingerprint there and use that on the back. Then of course smart lock, which allows you to automatically unlock the device when you're at like your home or when you have a Bluetooth device connected. You got location access here, show passwords when you're typing them in, and then you can see what apps have device admin, and you can do SIM card lock, encryption and credentials, trusted agents, screen pinning, which you should turn on, which allows you to like pin an app so that you can hand your phone to someone. They only can use that app, they can't do anything else. And apps with usage access. Next is users and accounts. So here you basically see all the accounts that you have signed in on your phone, and then you can go into them and adjust the sync and stuff like that. Google is all the Google settings for all the Google apps on your phone, ads, Android Pay, sign in and security, personal info, preferences, you got date, Google Fit in here, instant apps, all the stuff that relates to the Google apps on your phone are in here. Then we've got system, so we can see the language and input gestures. So here's where you're gonna change the keyboard and stuff like that. Here are the keyboards that I have installed. No physical keyboard, obviously. Advanced, we've got spell checker settings, autofill settings, active edge, which is what you can squeeze the sides of the phone to launch Google Assistant. You can adjust the sensitivity here and turn it on, or you can turn it on when the screen is off. Squeeze to silence incoming calls. Swipe fingerprint for notifications. So here you can turn this on, and this allows you to swipe your finger down to show the notification bar. Double tap to check phone. So when the screen is off, you can double tap it to turn it on. Jump to camera is on. If you do press the power button twice, and it's going to go to the camera from any screen. Flip camera. Here you can do like a double twist gesture, and it'll switch to a selfie cam. We got pointer speed and touch to speak output. Next, date and time settings, which you probably don't have to adjust ever. We got some backup settings, so if you want to back up to Google Drive, you can turn that on. System update, if you want to check for one of those, this one is probably up to date. Yep, we're good. You want to do a factory reset, here you can do that. And then if you want to see some information about your phone, we've got Android version 8.0.0, security patch, build number, all that good stuff. And then if you turn on System UI Tuner, which you just have to long press this little settings icon here, that'll show up here, and this is where you can like adjust what icons are in the status bar, do not disturb mode, ambient display. And speaking of that type of thing, if you want to get the display developer settings, all you got to do is tap build number a bunch of times, and that is going to show up right there. And then last but not least, we've got support and tips, which is just going to take you to this page. Basically, this is just in a browser, and here's a bunch of tips and tricks and help for the Pixel phone that's on Google's website. So that is the settings on the Pixel 2. It's also going to look like this on the Pixel 2 XL. And you can see that there's a lot of stuff, but it's organized really well that it doesn't seem overwhelming. It's not like this huge long list of stuff. But that's everything you're going to get in the settings app. Thanks for watching.